The smoke could be seen for miles. It was Old Main, the symbol of SIU, and the oldest building on campus. It had caught fire once before, in 1883, but was rebuilt. This time would be different. The smoke was spotted around 8 o'clock in the attic space where the Reserve Officers Training Corps stored their ammunition. The fire department arrived quickly, but their hoses didn't reach high enough. By 8:15, the flames had engulfed the entire floor. As the fire raged out of control, scores of students rushed into the building, hauling out office equipment, books, term papers, and rare items from the museum. Many of them had participated in a sit-in at that very spot just 2 weeks before. Now they helped man hoses. Nearby, President Morris tried to organize the recovery efforts, all the while mumbling, "Terrible, terrible, it's just terrible." 20 years of growth and change. 20 years of progress. Now, his latest project, the greatest building yet raised at SIU, was stalled. Protests and vandalism were now commonplace, and Old Main was burning. How had things come this far? What else could go wrong? When Delight W. Morris became president of SIU, it was a rural teachers' college, a suitcase school with a few thousand students and 200 faculty. He wanted to change all that. He offered an open admissions policy to those with grades insufficient to gain entrance elsewhere. He met the needs of the handicapped long before they were required by law. He integrated the campus when Carbondale was still largely segregated. He made himself a fixture on campus, hosting gatherings, parties, and annual watermelon fests. To students and faculty, he was always available for a chat. His efforts paid off. In 15 years, enrollment more than quadrupled. But the school's aging buildings were unable to handle the influx. The library was too small by a third. The fine arts complex was split between a 70-year-old former elementary school and the former Army barracks. The social sciences were scattered wherever space was available. Morris appealed to both public and private institutions for help.
Our state-supported universities are already overcrowded. Unless we begin now, expanding our university facilities, we face the problem of saying no to thousands of these young citizens. To refuse college training to our young people would be a tragedy of far-reaching proportions.
With his charismatic persona and his many connections, Morris was able to embark upon an era of unparalleled growth and redesign. Under his watch, 18 new buildings would be constructed or designed. To a friend, he proudly proclaimed, "We're going to build a big university." For 20 years, there wasn't something being built at SIU. Pulliam Hall in 1956, the Agriculture Building soon after. A new library, named for Morris, which would come to house one of the largest collections in the country. New dorms like Brush Towers housed the rapidly growing student population. The SIU Arena provided a venue for sports and entertainment, while the Student Center offered bowling and shopping.
The SIU campus is, with its continually expanding physical facilities, a beautiful spectacle in modern architectural design and a visionary construction. By its structural creations in brick and stone, it has set the pace for the emergence of Southern Illinois communities from the four walls and a roof concept that until recent years was the unimaginative norm for the area. W. Hanson Purcell.
After nearly 2 decades, Morris could have retired, his legacy at SIU secure. Instead, he began plans for a massive new building, one that would finally unite the humanities and the social sciences under one roof. When completed, it would be more than 1/10 of a mile long. It was the latest and possibly greatest in Morris's dream of making SIU one of the best universities in the country. And it would be this dream that would ultimately cost Morris his job and his career.